Hello everyone. Today we're looking at this. This is a Nokia Bagphone C250. I don't know if you've checked out the other video that I have about the Nokia C15, which actually looks very similar to this. C250 was released a little bit later, I think. I don't actually know exactly when these were released. I think it's around the mid-90s, but certainly this C250 looks very similar to the C15, which is what this phone is. And I did do another video about this phone, so check it out. So this is a C15, and this on my right is a C250. Pretty much identical. It's just that they've moved the these 6 buttons up here, they've moved them down here. Everything else is pretty much identical, apart from the fact that the C250 was a little bit of a better phone as such, if you want to call it that, partly because the C15 you could only operate from the car, so you could only power it with a cigarette lighter connection, which this one also has. If you quickly unzip the top of this, you get the cord that slots into your cigarette lighter in your car. I have here a makeshift one. This emulates the 12-volt car cigarette socket in your car. Of course, the cable runs to the AC outlet on the wall, so you could quite easily plug this in and fire this phone up. Now, I said this phone you could fire up with obviously the cigarette lighter like this, but the advantage of this phone over the C15, which I just showed you, is that this did have an onboard battery. And some of the old school Nokia phones like this, well, actually not like this, but in this sort of shape, didn't actually have the connector and the clip to carry a battery in there. I mean, there isn't even space in the bag for battery in some of these. In this one there is, and I'm going to quickly show you that. The handset just slots in right there. You got the original antenna actually, because this does still say Nokia on there. I don't know if y'all can read that just there, but you got the generic C250 box here, the base unit. But at the bottom, if you open up this case, quickly unplug that, there is actually the connector to connect the battery up. So the battery slots in there, and you get a nice little pair of socket and connector, and obviously you can then charge your battery while on the go, and power the phone off the battery as well. This is the same battery that I use to power most of these brick type bag phones. 12 volts, 2000 milliamp hour. Some of these are actually 2200 milliamp hour. This is a Panasonic one. This one's probably no good because it's real old, but this is a more modern one. It's exactly the same, same specification, same size, same everything, and these are old camcorder batteries. Well, I say old. This is a 2014 battery, manufactured this year. I say old. These batteries are professional video camera batteries, and they work in quite a few different phones. Certainly I must own at least 60 odd phones that use this battery, and it don't matter on the make. You know, everyone from AEG to Panasonic to Motorola to Bosch to Sagem to even some of the Nokias like this will use this battery. So I'm going to slot this guy in, and we could power this up. I'll quickly power this up and show you that it does work. So that's the battery in there. Quickly throw that in, and that should, with a bit of luck, that should power on the phone. If it doesn't, I've got the cables the wrong way. Hopefully that won't burn out the phone. Okay, maybe that doesn't work. Might help if I connect it. How about that? So let's power this up, and there we go. I haven't plugged it into here, so this is powered straight off the battery. The menu of this is actually pretty similar to the C15. Check out the other video for that. It's got the same buttons, it's just that on the other phone these were down here. Very similar. Menu gives you two menus, menu A, menu B. Menu A is your more common things that you would access on a day-to-day basis. Menu B is the not so common stuff that you might access that you might only need once in a while. So you press menu, and you could go into menu B and just scroll through using the pound or star key. So there's a few buttons. I don't actually know what horn no alert is. I'm guessing this had some sort of theft alarm possibly. I ain't played around with this phone too much. Redial, alarm, language selection, key tones. You could have, what could you have? Let's have a look. You could have off, quiet, medium, loud, or very loud. We'll stick with very loud. DTMF, continuous, next menu, and that was it. You didn't really get much in terms of menu. So to get into A, you press menu and then the pound key. That got you into search mode. If you didn't want that, you just hit the pound key again. You got preferred system. You could select that by pressing menu. So you got non-primary, home system, or just auto. I'm going to leave that on auto. What else you got? 1 minute alert, ring volume quiet. Let's change that to really loud because we like to be loud. No ignition sense. Next menu. I'm guessing the ignition sense was if you had this permanently plugged into the car cigarette lighter, and that came on with the ignition, this would obviously come on automatically. I guess. I don't know. I've not tried it. I'm guessing that's what it's for. There isn't really much I can tell you about these because these operate on amps. It's a shame really because I'd love to be able to use one of these to place and receive calls nowadays. I really would. I don't actually know what this is for. It looks like it could be for a SIM slot, but these are definitely analog. So I don't know what that is. It could be to connect some connector to maybe flash the handset or something like that. I don't know. I've not undone that screw to check it out. But worth a note anyway. So just to give you a quick rundown of what's inside the bag actually. I'll quickly unplug the battery, take that out. You got, obviously, in addition to the C15, you got a pair of these which you obviously connect. The other end goes to the battery, which is this bit here, and you got the base unit. So let me just undo the antenna quickly to take it out and just show you what you got in the bag when you bought one of these back in the day. And this antenna is a real pain. There we go. So you got a couple of connectors in there. I don't know if y'all can see that. One's a handset, one's the power. Real easy to undo. And basically that is what you got. This is a generic one. When I say generic, there's a few bag phones like this from Nokia that I own. The handsets are all different, but the base units or these boxes are all pretty much the same. Same sort of shape, same sort of size, same sort of stickers, ignoring that obviously. And the connections are pretty much identical on all of them. This does say that it's a C250 Mark II at the bottom here. They all say they're C250s. I guess that was just the generic box that Nokia brought out at the time, and they just switched up the handsets and called it a different model, I guess. But pretty basic for what it is. You know, it worked at the time. I mean, this was probably state of the art at one point or another. And people were happy to carry something that weighs a few pounds just to place and receive calls. So you know, worth noting. But But that's all I have to say about this phone, really. Like I said, I'd love to be able to get service on this. You'd turn some real heads if you rocked up at a cafe or a crib with one of these. So it's a shame, really. But anyway, do check out some of the other videos that I have on here, and give me a thumbs up if you like this phone or the video. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So thanks for watching.